Oh my God, we're officially back. I think I'm not sure. Get it? Are we back?
I- I'm not promising anything anymore.
Oh God! You know what that means, guys? Another break.
No. Hey, for how much I have not cared about any ball sport, sure.
You know what? We gotta get into that. God, don't just take it off about the 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 Bucks. That's
Yeah.
kind of a sensitive subject for it.
Hey man, there's no more logic in NBA fan culture no more. It's just whatever title you can think that's best, that's what's happening. You think Michael Jordan's coming back? Woo! Is Michael Jordan's coming back? Yeah.
Michael Jordan is not coming back at the age of 60.
You don't know that. We don't know that. You know what I mean?
The guy,
It
the
could be a
guy is over 50.
headline pushed by ESPN tomorrow. He's gonna try and surpass LeBron James.
That is the most ridiculous thing I ever heard in my life.
Hey, it's coming from the NBA. You be shocked. So he's gonna come back and drop a 50 piece.
Yeah, right. At his age,
Hmm.
more like break all 50 bones in his body.
Hey, he
I
can
mean,
have he'll do about as good as LeBron.
oh, is that a cheap shot at LeBron right there?
What, the most media trained fake player of all time? Come around,
Wow,
he's one of
really?
the best players of all time, but I don't like his personality. It's very two faced, faked. I get it. You're the best player in the world, and you meet with a lot of people, and you are media trained. But he's not genuine whatsoever. He's the least genuine NBA player I've ever seen. Every interaction I see with him, it's just the most fakest. Yeah, what's up? What's the like thing ever, man. I just like that's the thing I don't like about LeBron the most. People can talk about all they want of his crying on the field, whatever. No, I don't like people who aren't genuine. So
Okay.
he just comes off as too fake. But again, he's media trained, so that's like a. I don't think he's a bad guy. I'm not. I don't think that. I just think that he's just not genuine.
Okay.
I think he's a good guy, but not a genuine guy.
I mean, you have your opinions, and other people have their opinions.
Oh yeah, I
Hey,
didn't say that wasn't a fact. I was just saying that
hey, Daniel, how you doing?
I don't like LeBron. It has nothing really to do with his game.
Yeah, it looks like Kevin had enough with the NBA. That,
I've been telling you for now a whole month. I am no longer an NBA fan. And people
and
do not.
he might not be NFL fan either.
I just think the sport of football and basketball are no longer the priorities in both of those leagues, especially the NBA. That I'm still on the fence with the NFL, but the NBA I'm for sure done with that. Like it
Uh,
really hurts to say that. Like people think like it's a joke or whatever, but I'm an NBA enthusiast first. As much as I am a Bucks fan, like now and all that stuff, my whole entire thing was NBA first, and then the Bucks just happened to be my team in the NBA. But I just care about plays in the sport. That's it. I don't care about any noise or any trade rumors, as fun as they can be sometimes. But the new era of NBA is clickbaits, rage bait, hot takes, and gambling. It's no longer about the
yeah,
sport
yeah,
basketball.
but that's
It
an
has not always been sports. That sport has not always been about gambling or any of the stuff I just said. That is a modern thing. Yes, money has been definitely the thing that drives the sports, but like back then, fans, especially fans, would talk about what happened and the plays that happened on that game and on that day. You barely see that in the rotation of online or basketball spaces of them specifically just talking about the games themselves and the players producing in those games. It's a lot of the fake stuff of like, oh, you see this game and that stuff, goes in depth anymore. And then ESPN is for sure not doing that no more. All the top tens, they used to have one for the NFL and then the NBA exclusively, and then one of those top plays in general. Like ESPN don't do that stuff no more. And then for the last 6 years, they've been saying the product on the court is trash when it's been some of the best we've seen in a long time. But if you keep telling that to casuals that the product they're seeing is trash, and then they're going to see the patterns of those things. Oh, you could see two teams play great and have stretches of threes and in the paint shots or mid ranges, but then all of a sudden you'll see them take 5 threes and everyone's like, "Oh, this game's awful." And it's because of the narrative that ESPN pushes. The reason I put so much on ESPN, they have the exclusive contract with the NBA to control stuff. Unlike the NFL that has their own network, I understand the NBA has their own network as well, but they don't. The NFL gives the NFL network priority. The NBA does not give NBA TV priority. The priority for the networking for the NBA is ESPN, and no one in ESPN cares about the teams or even the players. There's so many players in the NBA right now that you could be following, that people could be paying attention to, that have like really, really hard and amazing stories of when they're a child, of children and growing up and beating the odds to where they are. ESPN refuses to talk about those players. It's because there's no rivalries or whatever and anything like that. But that's again, then that goes to the NBA for all the rule changes they've had and all the things of player empowerment, where players are not staying in a spot to even build a rivalry with someone else, because eventually they'll be on that team that they just were having beef with in the playoffs, aka Miles Turner and the Pacers, Kevin Durant and the Thunder to Warriors, Dylan Brooks from the Memphis Grizzlies to the Suns. Like, even though Dylan Brooks isn't like a staple player or whatever, he's still a good bench player, and he still has an identity to him. But he went from being the villain and did talk a lot of shit to a lot of Suns players and stuff like that. Now he's a Sun. Like, there is just not that culture that the NFL has over the NBA when it comes to rivalry. The only rivalry that there is in the NBA really is the Lakers and Celtics, and that's trash. It's the worst. To me, the Lakers and Celtics rivalry is the worst rivalry in sports, in all major sports.
Oh, come on, man.
No, yeah, hands down, the Lakers-Celtics rivalry is the worst rivalry in all of ball sports. When's the last time that, to me, the only time when the rivalry was good was when Magic Johnson and Bird were going at it, and then maybe the run of when Kobe and
you're just talking about the NBA, right? Not the other sport.
No, I'm talking about the NBA as a whole compared to the NFL, the NHL, and MLB has the worst rivalry.
Oh, man, I know that there's a really bad rivalry in the NFL, and that's the Ravens and the Browns.
Well, yeah, but they still have years of not liking each other in divisions. You can't really say that. The Bucks as rivals aren't in our division. As much as people were like, "What about the Bulls?" The Bulls and Bucks have never really truly have a rivalry besides being from Milwaukee and Chicago. That's it. The cities are what make the rivalry. We have not versed each other in the playoffs, and we have not versed each other in the regular season like that. Every time the Bulls are historically good, the Bucks do bad. Then when the Bulls do good, when the Bulls do good, the Bucks are bad, and when the Bucks are good, the Bulls are bad. As of right now, the Bucks are still decent, and the Bulls are there or in that mid trajectory where either the Bulls are going to get good and the Bucks are going to get bad. Like, they're just not there. The Detroit Pistons and the Bucks, no. The Minnesota Timberwolves and the Bucks, no. The Indiana Pacers and the Bucks, after the last 2 years, finally, but before these last 2 years, no. And I still don't even consider Indiana a rivalry. I did consider them annoying, but I don't consider it as a rivalry. The Bucks rivals are what the Boston Celtics, the Philadelphia 76ers, and the Miami Heat. Those are the Bucks' actual true rivals. And they're not even in our division. They're in our conference.
Yeah.
And then in the NFL, it's not just the conference players, but it's your division people that are your true rivals. The NBA does not have that.
Well, yeah, that is tricky of the NFL. Like, take a look at our division, the NFC North.
Yeah, the NFC North, like
I mean,
Bears,
the Packers, yeah,
Bears,
Packers.
you know, the whole entire division does not like each other. You will not get that in the NBA, and that is missing. The NBA is missing fan culture. It is a player league, and I think that I've been warning you that the NFL is slowly going towards that way. And no, the NFL and any league that is trying to mimic right now what the NBA is doing needs to stop. The NBA is killing their league.
What do you mean by other sports are mimicking the NBA?
Like with expansion, like I'm gonna say this: NBA is the trendsetter of the sport leagues. They're the ones that make the most decisions. They're the ones that change the most when it comes to rules and new things to do. And they're just the experimental league. They really are. And when something clicks, whatever, other leagues just start following, even if it's not on purpose. But with the NFL, when they're marketing it, and, you know, them allowing players to wear colorful cleats again. You want to know why? It's because the NBA lifted their suit rule and allowed players to wear whatever clothes they want to the game when they arrive, and then whatever shoes they want, as long as they don't have, of course, non-family friendly things.
Yeah, but the NFL lets the players do that. But
no, I said, and they lifted that rule after the NBA did it first. You guys doing the whole national thing where players got to hook up with their nationality and represent a country. The NBA got rid of that now, but they started that for a long time, and they still do that. But now they do it with, instead of just the players, now they have, you know, G League teams in Mexico or expansion or an African league. You know what I mean? So the NBA has expanded a lot. And
but isn't that good for the sport?
No, the stuff I'm talking about is good. Before I'm giving you guys the good of what the NBA has done.
Yeah,
showing you the examples of what they have done that other leagues might not have fully copied, but took an inspiration for and have added.
Yeah, I think the NFL took that also, where they tried to get it out there to different countries, like the NBA does.
Well, yeah, the NFL, and that's what I'm saying. The NFL is trying to do that. You know, the NBA for years has been talking about expanding, which, by the way, that is the worst idea the NBA can do. They do not love all 30 of their teams. They only love 5. I'm now on the side where I think the NBA should they're not going to, but I think the NBA should expand. That's how much they neglect their teams.
Yeah, but how do you
point of having all these teams if you're going to neglect them?
How do you know that?
Because Adam Silver talks about it for the last 3 years, and they're trying to do it and have the team be Seattle, Vegas.
Yeah, I heard that.
Or a European team, or give Mexico City a team as well. And maybe possibly Toronto or Canada getting another one as well. So possibly the NBA wants to eventually go up to 5 to 6 new teams. Worst idea.
How many teams are there right now?
30. And I told you they don't pay attention and take care of the 30 teams they have. So you're gonna add 6 more teams just to neglect the other teams that you're neglecting already. But and there's also already 82 games a season, and that's not counting preseason or playoffs. Or the play-in tournament.
But what do you mean by not taking their?
They neglect all their teams. What's the point of having 30 teams, unlike the NFL? Talk about them.
Yeah, but how are they neglecting the team?
The Oklahoma City Thunder are the best team in the league. And when's the last time you heard about them, Jay? You.
But isn't that
no? Tell me, they're the best team in the NBA. When have you just casually heard anybody talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder?
A long time ago, when they were relevant.
They are relevant. They won the championship last year, and they're the best team in the league this year. And they don't get the respect they need.
Well, I haven't watched basketball that much.
But you're a casual, and I'm saying that if that, and I'm telling you, you're not you. You're not the problem. You're not the problem. I'm
But
letting you know that you're a guy who's in the sports world, and with baseball, you don't watch that. And last year, you knew who the best teams were. The fact that the NBA is not propping up their teams is what's the neglect. They will
yeah,
talk about the Lakers, the Knicks, the Heat, and the Warriors, and any Texas team all day, every day. But you'll never hear them talk about any of the teams that are actually relevant, and then like record wise.
but doesn't that fall on the owners and the
No, that's on the league. The league is the unlike the NFL, the league is what does most of the marketing for like everything. Unlike and all that stuff. Like the NBA has way more control over its league than I think the NFL does for
but
some reason.
the only reason why I say that about the owners is let's take the like let's take the Lakers for example. Everybody knows who the Lakers are because of one guy, and that's LeBron James. LeBron James.
The Lakers are a historical franchise that the NBA has pushed for years and years, and because they're in Los Angeles and no one wants to live anywhere else, the Los Angeles Lakers have gotten all the good players all over the years. That's it. They just buy out all their good stuff. They use their city, and then this is the problem with the NBA, unlike the NFL, because again, the Packers are the smallest franchise in all of Major League sports. And they're one of the most popular ones. It's not just because the franchise is good; it's because the NFL themselves takes time to make historical documentaries about Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The NBA does not do that. Every Netflix documentary about the NBA, of course, got licensed off and written off, but was picked and written by someone else. Almost everything you see about the NFL with their top 10, their 100 list that they have every year, the NBA refuses to do any of that for their league. That's how the NFL promotes their players and their teams, is by telling you the history and replaying that stuff over and over on the NFL network. Or they'll make a documentary that's open to the public. Even baseball used to do that. I don't know if they do that now, but like baseball used to do that. And they used to get more people involved because you are now not only connecting to the rosters you know to the modern day, but now you get to see the history of your team. You get to actually visually see that. The NBA refuses to play that. They don't even play any more hardwood classics. When I was growing up, they used to play hardwood classics all the time, and I could rewatch games from Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, and Michael Jordan. They don't even do that now.
I used to watch them too. Actually,
No, the NBA just refuses to genuinely put effort in the sport and its players. They love their own marketing and their money and all that in the name of the NBA, but the teams, no, they don't give two fucks.
Yeah, but what do you think that is?
Because they make money. They found ways to make money outside of, again, it all revolves around the sport, but like outside of caring about the sport. Gambling. That's the number one incentive. I understand that's in all sports right now, but in the NBA, that is probably the only reason why the NBA is probably still floating. That and the TV contracts. They've gone down, and the NBA has gone down in jersey sales, ticket sales, TV viewership as well. And they're doing this. I'm an NBA enthusiast. I love the sports, the X's and O's, even though I'm forgot plays names and stuff like that. But just watching, interacting with it. That's my favorite thing of the sport. I've never done a fantasy league. I've never done any betting. I've never done any pick-me's. I just care about the sport. I'm going to play it, and I'm going to watch the fuck out of it.
But you know what?
Oh, yeah, go.
There's something about the NBA. Like, I go to other countries, and when I talk about the NBA, they know what I'm talking about. But when I talk about the NFL or the American Soccer League or baseball, they have no idea what teams they are into.
Yeah, and as much as I think that's a good thing for the sport of basketball, I think it's a negative thing for the NBA because that's again the NBA and NFL need to learn from each other, and the NBA needs to realize that they need to take care of their homegrown product and then find another way to still produce, like to sponsor it and get it out of America and stuff like that and show it. And then the NFL needs to try and, like you said, get their sport outside more, which again they're doing with the overseas games and all that stuff. Again, which they took from the NBA because the NBA was doing that
Yeah, oh yeah.
7 years before the NFL did it. But now like I said, the NBA has gone too far gone into overseas, expand. Well, they're expanding too much and they're leaving their fans behind.
Oh, AT, what's up?
What's up, T?
But what do you think about the NBA? Is the only sport that has a sport in the Olympics.
Hockey does.
Yeah, you're right about that. Two sports, hockey. So, do you think that's good for the league or just not good for the league?
It's good for the league, but it's because it has nothing to do with it. The NBA has absolutely nothing to do with the Olympics or FIBA.
Well, but they do let their players represent their country and their team.
Well, that helps, yeah, but that helps the product in the end. To me, that's the best way for the NFL or the league. Like, if there is some way to get like a global football thing, where again, there's not enough elite global football players out there that are like that, like basketball, but something like that. I just think, again, the NBA just is too revenue hungry right now, and again, that's all capitalistic.
Yeah, that's all.
But when your product truly revolves around, like, depends on fans and viewership, and you're getting these casual players fans who just don't give, don't give two fucks enough to go do research and see if this article or journal is right or wrong.
Mhm.
So now it's where the NBA is definitely 100% in the point where whatever journalist doesn't need any actual player inside, like player or team access, says anything, and boom, the whole entire storm comes up. Remember, and I went back and watched videos and counted because this is the last time I'm fucking saying this.
Mhm.
Giannis in the Bucks organization, I'm combining all of theirs together, and I'm not even counting the finals one or the 5 times he said it in the summer. In the winter alone, during the Bucks season, the Bucks and Giannis have combined to say for 19 times that they do not want to part ways.
Yeah, but
Even our journalist insiders who work with the team on a daily basis say that these rumors are false. So you're telling me that Shams, who has never been right about the Bucks before Woj has always said something and then Shams will repeat it and that's how he gets it, has never ever been right about the Bucks, has an insider on the Bucks that doesn't even know, that Giannis doesn't even know about, that is telling Shams what's going on? Because Giannis said in an interview, again, NBA fans don't care enough to go look, that it was posted by the Bucks, saying, I do not know where they're getting them from. I'm not talking to my team right now. So if my team is saying something, I do not know. And people are like, well, why is it this? Giannis has always been that way. And that's what I'm saying. The NBA does not give a fuck about Giannis or who he is. He has always been this quiet, I am going to wait till the season's over and let my team handle it type of dude. He has never, ever been vocal in the way that people want him to be vocal. It's because they don't give a fuck to learn the patterns of what he shows us. Because again, I don't know Giannis personally, but from what we see, this is how he's always been. And I really don't get this dumbness of just NBA fans just refusing to see the facts. They just want to hear his name and say Giannis got traded. They're like, oh, he's old enough or whatever. You guys don't think about the second apron. Bench players do not get max contracts no more. We're not going to see another Chandler Parsons. Chandler Parsons is a bench player who got like almost $100 million. And he was getting paid all-star money to be a really good bench player. And that was the norm. Bench players were getting like $50 million contracts, Jay, in the NBA at one point. They went from getting 50 million contracts, 30, 20, to now they possibly get 5. That's how much that's how much the money has dropped. And everyone has not, and NBA fans have not caught up to that reality. Where if Giannis gets traded, the Bucks said they want the moon, whoever for whoever they get. That means 5 first-round picks and 5 players they want for Giannis. No team's going to do that, by the way, and it makes no sense. Giannis is 32, and he's had 4 Achilles strains in the last 11 months.
You're saying all that. You're saying all. He's old. He had that need.
Well,
So why?
I don't understand why no one's talking about this. But
But
11,
But
I think it was 11. I think I don't mind me on the number I'm about to say, but I think it was like 11 general managers or owners came out because the league asked like, oh, if there's a player who do you want? Well, Giannis for years was winning. Now it's Victor Wembanyama and Luka Doncic. But 11 GMs said, or not GMs, owners said they're no longer interested in Giannis. He's on the tail end of his prime, and the way he plays probably only has like another 3 to 4 years of being the elite player he is.
then why are you getting mad? If you think
The greatest player my franchise has ever had, we're already screwed with picks to 2031. Why get rid of him when we're screwed? To have players, and this is what I'm saying, where that this is the mindset for the NBA, they do no longer care about winning, and that is true. That's not even the NBA does not give 2 fucks about winning championships no more.
no, but
If they did, you would tell players like people used to do back then for the NFL, NHL, and everyone else, take a pay cut if you want that ring. Stop making our players move and tell them to take a pay cut. They already have to, Jay, because of the second apron. I've been explaining that. They have to take pay cuts because they can no longer get max contracts because of the second apron. You will no longer see a Chandler Parsons player get $50 million to play off the bench.
Oh yeah, I mean the superstars. They're never gonna do that. The stars.
No, I'm not talking about Chandler Parsons was a bench player, Jay.
Yeah. I realize that part.
But I'm saying bench players are no longer getting that money, so everyone saying that Giannis has to leave to get good bench players is wrong. Gary Trent Jr., who scored 15 points and scored 18 points in the playoffs, is only on a $5 million contract. 10 years ago, that dude would have got $25 million.
But see, my point is, I know he's your favorite player in the of your franchise, hands down. But you're telling me that he had that need, he's getting old.
He doesn't have any Achilles strains, and it's only in one.
And why not take advantage of that from an NBA team that's willing to give you more
because
than
most teams don't have what we want. That's what I'm saying. The NBA is trying to fuck over the Bucks.
Why not get something for it when you can?
As I just told you, there's no teams that would make sense to get Giannis that have assets the Bucks want. He can't go to the Knicks because their contracts don't work, and they do not have assets to give the Bucks. He can't go to the Miami Heat because we don't want fucking Tyler Hero, and they don't have draft picks that we want either. The only team that can actually get him, 2 teams, are the Atlanta Hawks and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Hawks kind of makes sense. Maybe even the Toronto Raptors, but they don't have any players that the Bucks want. There's no. This is another thing. As much as the players and the skill level has gone good, there's no wow, that's the one guy I want for it. And that's why the Bucks said it's probably gonna be like 5 guys and 5 picks.
So what did Luka go for?
That trade was awful. And he pretty much just went for the swap.
And what did they get out of it?
It was Anthony Davis
Uh-huh.
and another young player, and I think maybe a first rounder. That's why it's the worst trade in NBA history. Don't use the Luka trade for example. That's the worst trade in NBA history.
But are you telling me some players are worth 5 first-round picks? Is that
Anthony Davis, but when he was traded to the Lakers, was traded for four first rounders, I think, and three players.
and how old was Davis when that happened? And was he just hitting his prime?
No, he was in his primary. What Anthony Davis is 34 now. So yeah, right. So right around his 30s, he got traded.
And he got 4 first round and 2
players.
players.
But those players that they traded for were, I'm pretty sure. I think it was 3 first round picks and then maybe 3 players, because it was LaMelo Ball. Yeah, it was LaMelo. It was Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram,
Yeah.
and
And,
Julius
and,
Randle that
and,
got traded for Anthony Davis, and I think it was 3 first round picks. Yeah.
and were those guys any good?
They're all of them right now are all of them besides Lonzo Ball. Brandon Ingram is the number 1 player for the Toronto Raptors.
Okay.
Before, I don't know if Julius Randle's hurt, but he was the second best player for the
Well,
Minnesota.
so the 3 players are not with the original team that they
No,
got traded to.
Yeah,
So
that trade.
what happened there? Why didn't the
Pelicans are just one of the worst franchises in the NBA. I remember when I told you that I think that the NBA should expand and get rid of 2 teams. The Pelicans are one of those teams.
Oh, come on, man.
I think New Orleans deserves an NBA city, but I don't think the NBA deserves 30 teams anymore.
Yeah, but that's your opinion.
Yeah, I know, and I feel strongly about my opinion. I think it's right because again, the NBA is losing. Dude, none of my NBA fans are NBA fans anymore. Like my friends. Hello. Like all my other enthusiast friends that I used to be able to talk to, they haven't paid attention to the NBA for like 4 years, bro. I literally was the last one. All my friends that we would talk to, we used to play tournaments where we used to have jerseys and we would mark down all the teams on a piece of paper and we would give one of us a group of those teams and we would try and get to see whose team could go farther in the bracket type of stuff. Like just playing and stuff. Like we just were so then we used to do it when we played 2K and we wouldn't buy the new one until all of us knew almost every single player in the league. We would update the rosters ourselves. Like we would just have fun, and that's like something I miss, and like the NBA don't want that no more. They Adam Silver legit admitted that it's a highlight league.
Well, the same thing's happening in football.
And that's why I'm telling you, this is how sports die. Doesn't mean they go away and maybe the way you might think I'm talking about, but the actual what makes sports great is gone, I think.
Yeah, but look at these people going to games and they're spending a lot of money.
Ticket sales for all sports have dropped.
I don't see it, dude. Look at the crowd.
What are you talking about? A lot of NBA games end up getting empty. Baseball stadiums are half empty almost all the time. The only reason why in the NFL that I think it's good is because of the whole hysteria of it's only being 1 game a week. You have to, but they're losing views during TV with all the streaming stuff as well. I'm just saying, and I've said this before, the NFL is always the last league to get hit when it comes to the market. It's the NBA first because they're the trendsetters, and the most riskiest league, take the most risk out of all the leagues. Then I would say it's the NFL, and then the MLB just for them being boring and not wanting to take risk, and then the NHL, which is just there and is already kind of like on the mid tier of stuff. The domino effect hits them eventually, and then it goes to the NFL, which is always last because of the conservatism in the way of like the fan culture, and it's the fans that are holding the NFL right now. Mark my words. If the NFL didn't have such strong fan bases, they would be at the exact same spot the NBA is right now. Exact same spot. Because the NBA does not have fan loyalty. They don't. They have player loyalty, but they don't have team. Like I'm loyal to the Bucks. Giannis is on the Bucks. Yes, if Giannis is on the Bucks, I'm still a Bucks fan. If he is or not. But you will. If LeBron leaves the Lakers, how many people said they were Laker fans are gonna go with LeBron?
Wait,
If
wait
Giannis,
a minute.
how many Giannis people are gonna go follow Giannis?
I don't want to call you out on this. Hold up. You think you're a Packers fan, right?
Yeah.
Or you're a Packers fan?
Mr. Jets fan over here is gonna try and call me out on something.
Aren't you the one that told me that if we don't resign Jair Alexander, you're not gonna follow the team anymore?
Have I though? Have I been following the team, Jay? Guys, jokes aside, I generally only follow sports because I do the podcast with you. If I wasn't doing it, I don't think I would watch.
Yeah, but did you just tell me that you're gonna not follow the Packers when we treated Jair Alexander?
I would say it pretty much to my word. I literally only follow them to do the podcast. So.
Yes.
I don't get joy anymore from sports. The only joy I get from sports is this. This is the only joy I get from sports. Is this, and that's also when you're not doing J things.
Oh wow! Thanks a lot. I think we talked about the NBA for way too much time here.
Yeah, you guys won't. Well, it's because I haven't talked about them in a while. But
he had to get off his chest. I understand.
Well, I know. If I'm being honest, the NBA as a whole should be embarrassed. Truly, this Giannis stuff is just a joke. Like it's just a joke. I'm at the point where I don't want Giannis off my team, but get him the fuck off my team so people can shut the fuck up. So I can stop paying attention to the Bucks and the NBA as a whole. I can go focus on drifting, NASCAR, motocross, and other sports, and I can watch football when I need to for the podcast.
This might be a stupid question, and it might be stupid, but what would you think if some team actually did got what the Bucks wanted for?
I'd be content with the trade. If we could get 5 first-round picks and 5 solid players.
Yeah, but is that a realistic trade though in the NBA where you can get 5 first rounders and 5 players?
5 first rounders that's realistic. It's just the 5 players because we would have to get rid of like Giannis and maybe a couple other players.
And what kind of player are you guys thinking about? What does the Bucks need?
We definitely need. Well, if we get rid of Giannis, then we need a power forward. So we gotta get someone with him. We already need, and with Giannis on the team, the Bucks need a small forward wing. Taurean Prince has having a neck disc problem, so he's out for the whole season. So we don't have a guy who's 6'6" or 6'7" on our roster right now. Well, we do, but it's Amir Coffey, and Coffey is so ass. Should have kept Chris Livingston. I get they're both mid players and wouldn't have a great careers in the NBA. But that was still a bad decision, and that was a Doc Rivers decision.
Let me ask you one more question. The Bucks are asking for 5 players and 5 first rounders, right?
And the moon. Don't forget the moon. The team has to bring the moon.
So to make room for those 5 players, are there 5 players on the Bucks that the Bucks are willing to put into a trade? With
Amir Coffey, before this, Kyle Kuzma, Gary Trent Jr., and AJ Green. That's 5. Bam, off the top of my head.
And would the NBA allow that?
At this point, I don't even know, man. The NBA picks and chooses so much. Remember when I told you that the NBA said, hey, if we make Pfizer for him, we get an all-star game by 2025 and 2026. Well, guess what? The NBA lied to us. You know, the NBA just does not care about Milwaukee. You know what? Let's get the NBA out of Milwaukee, bro. I'm at the point. Sell the Bucks. Sell the Bucks. Let my city French economy-wise slip until the NBA just does not care. Like I really have a grudge against the NBA and like they talk so much shit about Milwaukee, dude. Like, don't come here then. Don't bring your product here then. Get the fuck out of the city.
Well, the big thing with the Packers, man.
Yes, the NFL, get out of Wisconsin. We don't want you here no more. I don't. I'll speak for myself, but I don't want you here no more.
But you're the only one saying that in Wisconsin right now.
Because no one else cares. All the people who are like me who cared no longer watch the sports. There's so many YouTube channels that I used to watch that don't exist no more because they don't follow the NBA anymore. And they gave up way faster than me. And I just think that's depressing as fuck. I legit feel like I just got to have a 20-year relationship with a girlfriend right now, bro.
Wow.
Like, I may not look like it, but I'm more sad. I'm more angry than I am sad. Because I have passion for something that no longer cares for what that it actually is.
Yeah.
You know, again, the NFL, the reason why it's bearable is because they still have that culture. They still have that fan, yes, you know. And then again, talk about it. The NFL community is probably one of the best communities out here when it comes to stuff. And they're the only reason why the NFL is staying where it's at. You have such great individuals like Tom Rossi, Brendan Perna, you know, Tree and Five, who go on all these smaller channels and help that you don't see that in the NBA community, and you won't see it.
Right.
The NBA community is very selfish and self-centered, just like the league.
Right.
Literally, just like the league. You will not see Kenny Beats. He's signed now to actual journalism stuff, but you will not see NBA players or even not players, like NBA fans who are YouTubers or even NBA 2K video game players work with smaller channels unless they already have an incentive. Like there's not an incentive for Tom Grassi to come on our channel. There's not an incentive for Five Tree and anyone else to come on anyone else's channel. If it's a Paul Farrington show or whatever, they don't get anything from that besides just talking about what they want. NBA community does not do that.
When I do reach out to these NFL YouTubers, they are happy to come on with nothing. They don't ask me for anything. They go, yeah, sure. What time? I say, if I can make it, cool. If I can't.
Yeah, and I see that that's just what you. You know, Paul Farrington show has got a lot of people that you've worked with, and all the other stuff. Was it early Eagle or whatever? He's an Eagles fan. He's getting a lot of. He's a small channel. He's getting a lot of bigger one. Again, that's to me. Like outside of the sport again. That's what sports is about, and that's what the NBA doesn't have. If you see NBA fans talking, Jay, it's them shit talking each other or telling them how they're stupid and don't know anything. Yes, you do get that in the NFL on like Instagram or whatever, but you don't get that as like that's the main thing. The main thing for NBA is Stephen A and Skip Bayless arguments. Like that's what we do because it's funny, sometimes entertaining. But now just imagine that's just the average conversation. That's not the outlier. In the NFL, the ragingness that we do, that's the outlier.
Yeah, it is.
In the NBA, that's the common conversation. That's how you see me get more heated when it comes to the NBA than when it comes to the NFL, because I'm tired of them not having any facts or passion when it to it. It's just, oh, you don't know nothing. What do you think this player's good? Even though they are good, they made the NBA. I really, as a whole, as a community, we really got to try and find better words instead of calling these athletes bad when they're literally the fourth or a couple of thousand people, depending on the sport, that do it.
They're awful. They're minors. They're backups.
Yeah, like, but yeah, don't, yeah.
But leading into that, I do have another interview I got with the Denver Broncos announcer that is officially the Broncos announcer.
Oh wow!
Where he covered only the Denver Broncos, and that's his whole job. He works for the Broncos.
Shit. If I could get anything like that with the Bucks, I'd take it. Even though I don't like the NBA. Hey, getting locker room access is a whole nother story.
Yeah, that is so.
I'll shut my ego up for a second.
But yeah, so
Hey, that doesn't mean I gotta still pay attention to the whole league as a whole. That means like that guy's job, just the Bucks. Like I said, the Bucks aren't talking shit about the city that they're in right now.
yeah,
And the Bucks aren't talking shit about the rest of the NBA, which is crazy because I'd be going after the Kings, New York Knicks. I'd be going after all these franchises that have treated their players awful, and unlike the Bucks.
and maybe
trying to make Giannis happy.
Maybe dude, he told me that maybe he could give me an interview with one man named Bo Nix.
That'd be crazy.
Coming into the channel. So
I could see Bo Nix. He's such a nice dude.
Yeah.
At least again, from what I see in the interviews, he seems like a nice guy.
So that interview is gonna be happening this Tuesday morning. So
everybody would give Jay congratulations.
But going into the NFL, let's talk about the Super Bowl matchup. It is the.
Say one more thing about the NBA stuff. Genuinely, I'm looking in the camera. Don't just like the whole Aaron Rodgers saga. Don't believe anything until it's on Giannis's Twitter or the Bucks' Twitter or NBA's thing. If you see it from any journalism, any Bucks fan page, any Bleacher Report, whatever, don't believe it. They don't know shit. If it doesn't come from the actual teams themselves, that's how bad the NBA journalism has gotten. Don't believe it. And if I see you guys believing it, I will clown you. There you go. Boom.
Yeah, but there's one more thing though. There's so much fake news out there.
Oh yeah, that's why I said as I said, there's no point now. I'm after this, like I said, I'm no longer giving energy to the Bucks Giannis stuff. People want to choose to believe that and get their hopes up and try and ruin a dude's career, which is already on a trajectory that I think we can't really change too much. Besides the Bucks making a championship team, the Bucks are only 2 players away from being championship contenders, guys. It's not the end of the world. It's really not. And the fact that they're just give up, quit, put the towel in, like, yeah, that's what pros want to do. They have Giannis after having 7 good seasons. Giannis has one mid. We're not even the worst team in the league. We're having one mediocre season right now, and just give up. All right, that's what competitivism and being an athlete is giving up on your team and on what you built.
Well,
after the one time you struggle.
Well, that's not like the Cowboys.
We're not trying to learn from the Cowboys.
I have to. I just have to.
That was a good one.
I just had to. The Cowboys. Ooh.
Yeah, that was a good one.
All right, guys. Let's get into the Super Bowl. And before we talk about the Super Bowl, I have to apologize to one man I've been clowning all season long. And that is Sam Darnold.
Wait. I gotta go back to the first one. Didn't I say this as a joke that they would go to the Super Bowl? Didn't I say that as a joke?
I thought about it. I'm like, God damn it!
I gotta go to our to the beginning where we had the episode about our predictions for the season, and I'm pretty sure I said something along the lines of like, watch them go all the way down to the Super Bowl after they got rid of him. Because I said that's just the most Minnesota Viking thing that could happen.
Yeah. Even when I'm watching the Park Ranger show, he is really upset. Going, we had the guy in the building and we let him go for what? To start JJ McCarthy. And look now, where the Vikings are, they just fired their manager today, so he's gone. But yeah, I just want to apologize to Sam Donald. Congratulations, you guys won the Super Bowl. I never thought you could have did it, but you did it. So I publicly apologize to Sam Donald. So now let's get into the game. Which
I had all those in that fucking bag and they fell out. I'm sad.
all your fries?
No, garbage.
So get let's pick who you taking.
I'm going to go get something. I can still hear you though.
Well, I'm gonna take the Seahawks. I think Seahawks have a better defense. Yeah, I can't believe I'm saying that, but they're the team with the better quarterback that you could trust in a big game like that. I thought I would never say that, but I'm saying it right now. I do believe in Sam Darnold more than Drake May. Drake May is a second-year QB. I don't think he's there yet. Up there with the veteran quarterbacks. So yeah, I take the Seattle Seahawks. And I don't know about Kenton. Maybe
I'm taking the Seahawks as well.
And what's your reason why you're taking the
I
Seahawks?
just think they've been the most consistent team. They're more consistent team. I think they have a better all-around team, and just are the better team. I think they also have a better, I guess, like collectiveness of like again the consistency we've seen from them, the chemistry. I just think they have that more than the Patriots. And I also just refuse to let. They have to refuse to let them get another damn ring, dude.
What? The Patriots?
Yeah, as long as the Patriots have the ugliest jerseys in the NFL, I will not like them.
You know, they already have 6 rings.
Yeah, they don't need another one.
So let's get into the Green Bay Tigers, the coaching staff. And one thing you and me can both agree with. Why in the hell is Rich still on this coaching staff?
I have no idea.
Our special teams were horrible. And Matt LaFleur refuses to fire the guy. By now, every single Packers fan and content creator are getting sick of this.
Yeah, he should have definitely been fired.
He should have been fired a long time ago.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen it.
And then the big news that we lost Jeff Hafley to the Miami Dolphins. And he kind of took half of the whole Green Bay Packers staff with him. So now we're looking for all new coaches. But we did get Jonathan Gannon for the defensive coach position on that coaching staff. When he was with the Philadelphia Eagles, he had the number 1 pass defense.
Keep talking. I'm running to the bathroom real quick.
The guy had number 1 pass defense, number 5 run defense, and number 3 defense overall with the Philadelphia Eagles in their first Super Bowl run when he was on that team. After that, he got a head coaching job with the Arizona Cardinals. It didn't work out. He got fired this year from the Arizona Cardinals. Like I said, some coaches are meant to be head coaches, and some coaches are not meant to be head coaches. Look at Josh McDaniels. He tried to be a head coach with two different teams. Never worked out. He came back to the Patriots to be the offensive coordinator, and look at the Patriots now. They're back in the Super Bowl with that offense. So I'm hoping that Jonathan Gannon can do the same thing for the Green Bay Packers and keep where the defense is at. But Jonathan Gannon's defense always plays a covered defense. It's like a two covered. That means he's expecting the four of the D linemen to get the pressure. But without Micah Parsons, the Packers could not do that this year. And yeah, I hope he can get this defense up to where Jeff Hafley had the defense. And the next thing is we got to get rid of some of the players. We already did talk about some of the players last time we were on. So when Kenton gets back, let's ask him about more of the other players who we should keep and who we should get rid of.
Well, I'm on the hot take side of I think we should just restructure Rashawn Gary's contract and keep him. But I definitely don't think we should be paying him as much as he deserves right now. Or he's getting, not deserves.
Why would you keep somebody that doesn't produce?
Because he was producing in the beginning of the season, and I just, again, don't think it's right to give up on someone who just had a halfway of a bad season. I just don't understand what's with everyone getting rid of and quitting on everybody so much, especially when, unlike the NBA and the NFL, you can restructure someone's contract. And if he doesn't want it, then yeah, cut him. But at least try to make it worth, because I do think he's a valuable piece. And this is, again, his first bad year with us. So I just...
But let me tell you this about it. Did you know this year when he played, he was leading the league with sacks in the first 4 weeks?
Yeah, and I still think that's potential. I don't know why you guys would get rid of that.
But since week 5, he hasn't got no sacks.
Yeah, I think that's, again, disappointing and stuff. I don't think it's enough to just cut him and restructure his contract, give him something to prove for, and earn him his light again.
But would you rather have the young guys play more, like Luke Van Ness?
I don't really like Lucas Van Ness as much as people think so.
Number 99 I forgot his name.
Yes, this year was his first year. He's still too young, I feel like, to really take over like that. I just think Gary's young as well. He's only 26. So
I don't think he's 27. I think he's like 28.
Nope. Micah Parsons, Josh Jacobs, and Jordan Love are older than him. Oh, no, him and Jordan Love are the exact same. So, yeah, he just turned 27. Never mind. So, he just turned 27. But he was on the same trajectory with Jordan Love in age-wise. I don't know. I feel like restructure his contract, keep him for 2 more years, and then after that, get rid of him.
But what if he doesn't want to?
Then that's when I said cut him then.
But
give him a chance, unlike the Packers do with Jair.
But the thing I'm thinking is, if we do cut Rashawn Gary, we can use that money to re-sign Quay Walker. I'd rather have Quay Walker and Cooper on the same squad.
Yeah, but we have Cooper for another 2 years on contract.
Yeah, but we don't have Quay Walker.
Well, yeah, I agree with you. I'd rather have Walker than Gary, but Gary again is such a locker room guy. And again, I think he can play. He did, even though he didn't get any sacks, he still was getting a decent amount of pressures. I just think teams learned how to play against Rashawn Gary, and Gary and the Packers didn't watch enough film and try and adjust as much. I think this is the season for him to adjust and recuperate like that. I'm sorry, you're just not. You should just not get rid of someone who was leading the league for the first 5 weeks of the season. Just let him go because other teams learned how to double team him or put their best lineman on him and then double team Micah Parsons.
But look at Micah. He's been getting.
Rashawn Gary is not Micah Parsons. There's nobody in the league, maybe besides Myles Garrett and Max Crosby. Yeah, Max Crosby, right? And yeah, those are the only 2 other linebackers that I know that are on the same level as Micah Parsons. Right?
I would have put Max Crosby there.
Well, that's why he was third. So.
Yeah, of course.
But he's definitely up there, and maybe even Henderson from the Lions.
Actually, there is a rumor out there that Henderson might be a cheaper option than Rashawn Gary.
See, but then do you want a guy who had one bad inconsistent year, or do you want a guy who's injury prone, who's really good? Don't get me wrong, he's very good, but every year he's been in the league, he's missed almost half the season.
No, because for the last 2 seasons, he was leading the league in sacks.
But he also missed the ending. He's also missed the ending part of both seasons, though.
True.
But I'm sorry, but I'm gonna hold you. I'm gonna hold you out with this Jaire Alexander stuff. If y'all get rid of that Pro Bowl injured prone player and y'all accept another Pro Bowl injured prone player,
but it's different positions.
Jaire's was the better one. He didn't get hit as much as the Lions linebackers to do. And the people want to take a chance on an injured-prone linebacker. Again, you'll get the numbers out of him, but you don't know how long those numbers will be. And then you got a guy who will play every single season, but you don't know if he'll get a sack. I think it's better to go the safe route. Yes, the safe route is to go with Rashawn Gary and try and restructure his contract. There's nothing else to it besides that. Then we have to get more in depth because the guys that we do have to have so much great potential, I think will eventually do better than Rashawn Gary. But I just think they're too young right now. The one guy, I had his name, but 99 only played 2 games this season.
I think it's so well.
Yeah, I think so too. But he only played 2 games this season, so next year is pretty much his rookie year.
But in those 2 games, he had more tackles and more pressure than.
They're also the last 2 games of the season where we didn't have our starters out there like that. So you got to look at it as a whole picture, man. I understand. Again, sports is in its very existential crisis. Not what everything in sports is
everything's
yeah, hypertension, and it's in hypertension era, whereas as soon as one thing goes, instead of working it out and being patient,
it's like the TikTok era.
Yeah, like the TikTok,
yeah, but the guy is making too much, and
restructure him. He's still an above average player.
But I think the team already went up to go. Are you willing to take a pay?
And then again, I just don't think it was that bad for people to just feel get rid of him.
Then
I think Hobbs needs to be off this team. I don't understand why more people aren't talking about him. I don't even think the Packers should give him a second option. People he's injured. He's supposed to be Jaire Alexander's replacement. There's no fucking reason that you should give him a chance when he was injured and not another guy who's on the team longer.
Yeah, but see, right
Now
now,
we're the same age, by the way.
the Packers, right now, we have more depth at the defensive end and linebacker position than the corner.
Yeah, and even though Jair probably would have gotten hurt, which I don't deny, been another body in rotation you could use, and who knows, he probably couldn't. I bet I bet the Lions would have lined where if he stayed in the Packers, it would have been his first healthy year. Because he wouldn't have been forced in as fast with us as I feel like the Ravens did. The Ravens were I looked back on to look at some Ravens YouTubers. I guess they were really pushing him to come back faster than the doctors wanted him to.
The Packers did too. I'm not denying that.
Yeah, it took a long time to get you to be on that side. But after Phil, me, and Jackson all were like, "What do you mean the Packers doesn't?"
But still, the guy was getting.
Well, yeah, I think this season is now the season that you would have talked with Jair about him possibly not being on the team. I don't know. I just it is what it is. It happened. But I do think the Packers did bite the bullet too fast on that. Just like they're trying to do with Rashawn Gary. That's the only reason why I brought him up. It's just two hand in hand with it. I think they're both guys who mean way too much to the franchise.
Yeah, but
altering moves. And I don't think it's going to work in our favor again, just like Cobbs didn't.
Yeah, but that's the trademark of the Packers.
Trigger happy era. There we go. We're there. The sports are in its trigger happy era. As soon as something doesn't work, bam, you're gone. Like then remember when sports used to have guys on their teams for 5 to 6 years who were ass. Now you do it for half of a season and you're out.
Rich Adler's been on this team for a while.
Yeah, and he's been one of the best linebackers in the league.
Well, none of them keep dipping every single year.
Again, that's normal, but I just think keep the locker room presence for a while. Like I said,
but my point is the Packers always get rid of players 1 year prior to their players getting bad and bad and bad. Look at Clay Matthews. We got rid of him 1 year early.
He was old when we released him now.
And then we got rid of Greg Jennings.
Greg Jennings was bad though with us. He was not
1 year. We got rid of James Jones, but we brought him back.
James Jones was not good with us for 2 years, and then 2 years ago. But then the season we decided to get rid of him was one of his best years. That one made no sense.
But when he came back, he was leading the league in touchdown catches with the Packers.
That's what I'm saying. Just be cut. I'm saying you. If the player has 2 bad years, totally fine. But this whole entire, if that's how truly the Packers do their stuff, then they have missed out. Because we've cut Zadarius Smith, and people thought he was bad, and he had a couple good years after we cut him. The Packers just love to bite. The Packers just can't bite the bullet on something. They just have to make changes then. And I think that's what costs the team. You gotta keep chemistry up, and you gotta keep locker room leaders.
But
as soon as the Boston Celtics did that, they still won a championship, but it took them 2 years to do it.
But look at the New England Patriots. They always get rid of players 1 year before.
Not really. No. Tom Brady was past his due date with the Patriots. Even though he still left and went to go win another ring, he went to a team that became a super team because of all of the contract and money stuff. Tom Brady did not win any of these rings by himself.
Well, look, Wes Walker, they got rid of him 1 year early. And he went to the Broncos and won another Super Bowl with Peyton Manning. And after that Super Bowl, he was garbage.
Oh yeah, I just think that's how sports are, but I do think teams bite the bullet make decisions and don't bite the bullet enough to let things play out. And I think that's just
so what about let's go to the offensive side. I know we talked about the last time. But let's talk about more depth. What do you think about resigning Romeo Dobbs? I don't think. I think the Packers will let him test them.
I would resign him, but
He doesn't have a contract. We already offered him a contract. He declined it. He thinks that he could get more money out there. And I think
are we offered him a contract? Because I didn't see anything about us offering him an actual contract.
we offered him an extension during the season. Just
Oh,
like
yeah, that's not an offer though, Jay. You got to wait for an actual offer.
but with but the thing is, I think with Jeff Hafley going to the Miami Dolphins, and it looks like Tyreek Hill is going to make too much money, so he's going to be a cut from the team. I guarantee he's going to get cut from the team. I guarantee the Miami Dolphins are going to offer Romeo Dobbs a huge contract to come over with Malik Willis.
I think Belichick being snubbed from the Hall of Fame, Phil, is
I
it
think,
is what it is. I don't really care. I mean,
no, I care. That's bullshit. The man took that team to 14 AFC championship games.
well, yeah, I think he's a Hall of Famer, but I think the reason why they're not is because it's just his bad relationship with the NFL. The NBA does it all the time to people, and I don't hear outrage at all. So that's why I'm not giving any energy to it. The NBA and other leagues do it to players all the time, depending on their outside stuff. Yeah, he was a great player. Fans can recognize that, and I think for him personally, that's all the credit he needs. He has those rings, and he has the fans' blessings. When the NFL doesn't want his stain or they want to hold that grudge, whatever, to him. I don't really think him dating a younger woman is bad. They're adults. Again, this is what I'm telling you earlier. Motherfuckers care too much about other people's shit.
Yeah, but
He's getting young Pooh Tang, then who cares? She's an adult, like crying out loud.
yeah, but I gotta ask you about that thing too. Do you think those two controversies is the reason why he's getting stuck? The inflate gate and the noise gate.
Those situations have probably more to do with it than him dating whoever he's dating.
Yeah, I don't care about the dating situation, but
No, I'm just saying that's the article I keep seeing is Bill Belichick stuck because he's dating a young girl. No, the Raiders fucking coach was dating a young girl, and he didn't get fired for that.
yeah, that's some bullshit. They're both adults.
Oh my god, it is.
But my reason is
sad that they're not in relationships. That's what it is.
My reason is I think it's because of the two.
I don't like Bill Belichick and the Patriots because I think they're cheaters. I don't think.
Yeah. I think they're cheaters too.
That's why I don't say they won. That's why I say Tom Brady has not won 7 championships. He's only won 4, which is still a lot.
No, only 5.
No, because they cheated in 3. There's the Deflategate, the Playbook one, and then the other one that happened before at my time.
Yeah.
So that's 3 championships that they shouldn't have won, and he had 7. Oh yeah, they're talking about that's Tom Brady himself. Sorry, you're talking about Bill. Okay, yeah, you're right then.
Yeah.
So he's still that's still 3 championships they lost.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Tom Brady. Tom Brady cheated in every single Super Bowl. But yeah. But what do you think about my theory that in free agent Romeo Dobbs is going to leave with Malik Willis to go to Miami?
See, as much as I say that though, I would get that if they had like 4 years with Jeff Hafley. They only were with him that dude for a year, bro. I don't think they're gonna.
Not 2.
2 years. I don't think it's like that. And I don't think Miami is smart enough of an organization. They got lucky with Jeff Hafley. I don't think Miami is that smart of an organization to do that. Because guess what? I think as much as you can be over exaggerated and be wrong sometimes, I think you are smart when it comes to football. And a lot of people have been saying that. And I just don't think the Miami Dolphins are smart enough to pick up Malik Willis and sign Romeo Dobbs. That to me, that's an easy ass decision by the Heat. I mean, by the Dolphins to do.
It is because why not bring in competition?
Well, not just that, but it's chemistry with the coach, So, but I don't think they're gonna do that. And if I'm being honest, if I were the Packers, I do think Malik Willis deserves a starting spot. I'd try and keep him.
Yeah, but
Jordan Love has been has gotten, and by the way, Jordan Love's injuries are not his fault really.
Yeah.
Besides that slip, because that was the Brazil stuff, but it's because our O line can't hold and help for anything. And that's why Josh Jacobs had those inconsistent moments. Because if you look at the film, the O line would never get holes. And then the critique that I think you were about to say is with Matt LaFleur is he doesn't have Josh Jacobs run downhill. He always has him on the next to Jordan Love. I think if you could change those two things again, add more depth or better to the O line, and then have Josh Jacobs behind Jordan Love for the running plays and give him some downhill running space, I think that's a game changer. Just off that alone, I think can add another level of the Packers offense.
And it does look like that the Packers went to Josh Jacobs and asked him if he could take a minor takeout or restructure, and he said, sure, he will do that.
Because he wants to win a championship. That's what I'm telling you. Players, that's what I'm telling you. Players who want to win a ring will do almost
but
anything.
But he requested one thing, though. If he was going to take a pay cut, he wants to bring in one of his old linemen that he played with in Oakland that is a free agent right now. And
guess what? My only thing today is if he's good, bring him on. If he's not, keep him way over
there. But he's the center. And the Packers do need a starting center.
But wasn't the Raiders center good though, right?
Yeah.
I swear. It was their center and right tackle, right?
Center and right tackle.
Yeah. Yeah, bring him on then. Bring him on. And then we can have Ryan go back to his right his normal position.
But that's gonna cost a lot of money for the center.
Hey, you know what? We got a lineman last year who hasn't been playing well. Aaron Banks, you're gonna have to get restructured, bro.
Well,
restructure him.
Right now, the Green Bay Packers line, we're not re-signing Walker. Walker's gonna hit free agency, no matter what. So right now, Jordan Morgan, our first round pick from 2 years ago, he's gonna move to left tackle. That's why we drafted it to be our left tackle. So he's going there. Aaron Banks is gonna be the right guard. Right tackle.
Left guard.
Yeah, but I think he's gonna. Yeah, you're right. He's gonna be next to Jordan Morgan on the left side. And on the right side, it's going to be Zach Tom and maybe Sean Ryan or somebody else. And we're missing the center part. It looks like we might draft the center in the second round. Or if the reports are true, they might look at the Raiders center for Josh Jacobs. Could he request
the Raiders back, Nate Hobbs?
No, Hobbs not going anywhere until July or June. We'll save more money if we let him go in July than before.
Yeah, the Packers keep Hobbs. I'll actually be genuine. Like, don't get me wrong. The Jeter stuff was actually like heartbreaking. You know what I mean? This would infuriate me. How you keep a worse player who's more injured prone?
But who would you rather keep? Hobbs or Nixon.
Nixon made the Pro Bowl, so I'm keeping Nixon.
Nixon made the Pro Bowl. When?
I thought he did, unless those Packer pages were trolling. But I swear, I thought he made the Pro
No,
Bowl.
I think that's false.
Or is it because he said he was going to make the Pro Bowl in the beginning of this year and he didn't?
Yeah, I don't think he. Yeah, none of
I saw the picture and his name and the Pro Bowl above his name. I didn't read the thing, so.
And you know what's ridiculous?
So
Shedeur Sanders made the Pro Bowl.
who?
Deion Sanders' son.
Bruh.
How the hell do you make a Pro Bowl when you?
Oh wow, nope. Yep. Keyshawn Nixon has made the 2026 NFL Pro Bowl, replacing Seahawks cornerback Devon Witherspoon.
I don't even call that a real Pro Bowl because he got in because of the guy in front of him made the Super Bowl.
Well, well again, the article I saw was right. Even if I glimpsed it, I didn't.
Which I don't agree with because that's bullshit. What the?
Yeah, Keyshawn Nixon has made the Pro Bowl, so he's staying and Hobbs is gone. That's literally what it is. Hobbs is gone. If it was he didn't, I thought Nixon would have been gone. But man, Nixon did play actually really well in the first 4 games of the season. Then he took a really. This guy's dive was so big. He was trying to break the world diving record for how bad he could be.
Wow.
That's how much of a dip he took.
Wow. You're gonna go there.
Hey, maybe he can change it around again.
Oh man, but yeah, guys. Well, yeah. So, but it looks like Romeo Dobbs and Malik Willis is gonna be gone. There is no way the Green Bay Packers are gonna pay Malik Willis starting QB money.
Hey, maybe they don't have to. Maybe they'll take pay cuts. You never know. But
Yeah, but the guy wants to be a starter.
again, maybe I don't make millions of dollars, but shit, y'all can give me they can give me $5 million. I could be leading the league in yards, touchdowns, and whatever. Give me 5 years with $2 million each year. That's it. I'll take that. I'm not getting the rest of the year. Dude, okay, let's just say I'm an NFL player, okay, and I get $2 million like a season, and I get that on weekly checks. That's like $100,000 or whatever. If I'm putting that $100,000 in like not only for like housing, but like some stocks and whatever, and then I make new businesses and whatever, and get those businesses started. Like you don't need the NFL to give you hundreds of millions of dollars. Like you can make yourself a billionaire with just investment and putting it.
Yeah, but these players are kind of greedy sometimes.
And that's why they'll never. And guess what? And all those players will never ever win rings. People again. I had missed when it was really about legacy, and with players of making a staple on one team, and of course it's hard, but at least players really tried out their hardest back then in the NBA and in the NFL to try and stay with one team. Now it is what it is. It was whatever. I'm gonna get mine. Oh, even though this team right here that I'm on can win a championship in the next 2 years, see that team right there, they can give me more money. Deuces, like you're already getting generational wealth.
But
Your legacy can win something, man.
But they're thinking about their family and their family's family.
Right, it's millions of dollars. That's enough. I don't think people can comprehend how much $1 million is. Like, not everybody. Not what.
Yeah, but you know how
generations. You should at least have money that you're gonna spend while you're alive.
But yeah, guys. Anyway, I think that's it for today.
Yeah.
We had a great discussion about the NBA. Where kids went off. I love seeing that.
Don't get me wrong, I like going off too. I just wish it was on better circumstances. I wish it was me. I wish it was me yelling at like the Bucks, like God damn it, Bobby, rebound the damn ball, or something. not the NBA sucking. So
And guys, like, I just want to say congratulations to Mr. Tom Grossi.
that's Mr. 1 mil right there.
Yeah, well, 10 years in the making, people. 10 years in the making. Getting 1 mil.
He,
He deserves it.
man, Tom Grassi's such a good, genuine human being, and you know he deserves it, especially with him handling all these kid channels. You know what I mean? They're like babies.
Yeah, especially
Tom Grossi is the lead duck, and everyone else is following the lead duck.
especially not. He's helped this channel a lot. He's been on the channel twice.
And he did kind of confirm the third one too. It's just after his. Did you say he said he was gonna do it before 30 or right after? What the?
Right after.
Okay, yeah, right after. Yeah. So
And then he helped me reach out to Tree Perna 5. It's because of him that I got to make all these new friends in the football content community.
for real, if it wasn't for Tom, I wouldn't know Jay. So I gotta thank Tom a lot for changing my life and bringing in someone who's a staple.
So yeah, the guy,
It's Jay if you didn't know.
the guy deserves everything he getting right now. He's a great dude, really. And if you look down below onto our back screen, we have all of the social media content screen name. So if you want to go check out Kenton, it's right there. It is Teddy Bear Kool-Aid.
Yep. Teddy Bear _ Kool-Aid. Y'all can follow me on that's my personal Instagram. So yeah, do updates about my channel there. You'll just see random posts and all stuff like that as well. So
And I know Tom Grossi went on vacation, so he's not going to be back until the Super Bowl live stream.
yep, his first vacation and
Yep.
during his first vacation since he's gone full time on YouTube.
Yep. And then he's gonna get ready to do another 30 and 30 part 2
Yep.
this summer.
And then hopefully I get to, do that special surprise for Tom.
Yeah.
So
And you guys might see me on Tom's channel again for 30 and 30.
oh yeah. Are you doing the San Francisco one?
Yep.
Yeah, who knows? I'll try and see if I can see him in Green Bay.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, that'd be great, guys. So,
You know what's funny? Is the last couple of times like I've gone to like events in Milwaukee, me and him have always been at end up being in the same places, but I don't end up meeting him or running into him.
really?
Yeah, like there's a couple times he went to like the Milwaukee outside market for a holiday, and I was over there because of a Bucks game, and I would see, and I'm like, dude, I literally was just sitting in that bench that he just took a picture of. I'm like, God dang it, now I'm at home, and so like, or probably hours of difference, but it was just like I was just right here, Like, dang it, if I stayed a little longer, I probably could have ran into him or something.
At least you're not that far away from me. I live like
No, when I was texting him, I made the funny joke about because of potentially of getting into bus games. I was like, when that happens, I'll give you my address so it don't look like I'm trying to stalk you or something. and then I gave him mine, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you don't live that far." So
oh, really? Oh,
I
nice.
do, but not like it's a hassle drive, but it's
Yeah. All right, guys. And like I said, I wish Jackson good things. He got a promotion. So but he is teaching me how to edit my own videos. And I did my first edit, and it wasn't that bad.
You posted yesterday or today?
I posted last Wednesday.
Oh, so then that was your video. I watched that one. That was
Yeah,
good.
the weird dude, the weird wrestling dude. He through the whole interview, he kept in character. And when we turned off the camera, he went to a regular person. I was like, wow, okay.
Just how fast it happened.
Yeah.
So that was cool, Jad.
No, that's what basically happened. So yeah, thank you for the interview. I'm like, damn. So you can turn it on and turn it off like that. He's like, yeah. But yeah, and
like,
I do have.
It's not that hard. On for the camera, so.
And I do have some more interviews with other wrestlers lined up. It's just we got to figure out a time because they're in different parts of the world. I got 3 from Korea. I got 2 from Australia. I got 5 from Russia. So we just have to line the times up to get it right. So, but yeah, you're gonna get a lot of interviews this summer. So look out for that. And I might have some ex-players on here too. So watch out for those videos.
That'd be dope. Maybe I gotta try and get some NBA players, but I think I just would end up yelling at them for their bad take.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Hey, unlike NFL players, again, I don't know what it is with NBA players, but when as soon as they become analysts, they have just the worst takes ever. And you would think they'd be better because they played the game, but nope.
Okay, yeah. But on that note, guys, and I'll be live tomorrow, 10 o'clock in the morning, my time, for the Royal Rumble, because the Royal Rumble is in Australia, so it's going to start early in the morning for us. So, but yeah, I'll be live, so come join me. And like we always say, stay safe, stay positive, and always go pack it up. And we'll see you next week. Hopefully.
Yeah, most likely.
All right, guys. You have a great one.
Hey, this last week was you, okay?
Don't you dare.